Hello, party people and pelagic people and people who have stuck with me this long. I apologize for not making any videos for the past several days. As you can see, I haven't even shaved. I've had a nonstop headache now for, I guess it's been 4 days or something. Not sure if it's due to the tumor or to my nerve issues I have in my neck that are right at my brainstem from my arthritis. But anyways, it's a real pain in the ass, but it's really a pain in the head. And so with that, when I get these headaches, they're not really, they're almost migraine level. Well, they are migraine level, but they're so different than a regular migraine. But enough with me whining. Let's get on with this shave because I am looking forward to a shave. My neck is pretty stiff today because when I get these headaches, I tend to put my neck and all that in the most comfortable position at the time. Which is the worst position for me to put my neck in, which is down. Because with my form of arthritis, my body is trying to fuse my neck so that it's always facing down. And so when I get these headaches, I try to lift it back up and rotate it. It's pretty bad, but we'll make it through it. Today's razor, as requested by my content police and my lather police and all the other badges and titles that Wayne holds. Today is the titanium Zeplin. I told Wayne how great this razor is. He bought a stainless steel one. That's a 0.7 and he likes to shave, but it's too heavy for him. I just recently I've had a post on the BST for a long time trying to find a titanium one for him. Someone reached out the other day from Italy, and so they had one, and so I let Wayne know, so now he's got a titanium Zeplin with the 7.9 plate, same as me, except his has the handle that has all the S's on it, which is really cool. And then for bowl today, we'll be using the TwinPines. I don't know what we should call this. Some days it's the ocean blue bowl. Some days, I guess today it'll be the ocean blue bowl, and you'll see once we get to the soap. Brush today is my Zenith boar brush. Most boar brushes that are sold, Omega, Samog, all those, you have to spend the next 7 years of owning them trying to break in the knot. The Zenith comes in gelled already, and it is beautiful, absolutely perfect. Absolutely love that brush. And so today's soap is A&E St. Barts. And now you see why we went with the blue, and we'll call that bowl the ocean blue to go with the island theme. This soap is based off of, crap. What is it based off of now? Is it a Creed dupe? I can't remember. I don't know. But it's friggin' delicious. And then, of course, I had the matching Splishity Splash. Let's get on with this shave because I got to hit the road. I got an appointment I got to get to. And so, been talking with Vanderbilt, I'll give you all a little health brain update here. Went and saw Vanderbilt, neurosurgery, Vanderbilt in Nashville. I absolutely love this brush. And the scent of this is just phenomenal. But went to talk to Vanderbilt, neurosurgery. And on this, razor, the smooth bar is a 0.7, scalloped is a 0.9. So we will start with the 0.9. Blade, and this is a new Astra Blue. I haven't used one of these in forever, and I found a tucked away in my drawer, so I said, why not? But look at that, 4 days worth of growth. Like it was nothing. And you don't get a lot of sound from this razor because of the blade clamping is phenomenal because of that frown. But it's phenomenal. Anyways, went and talked to Vanderbilt, went over my MRI. Brain tumor is classified as no significant change. It did grow by 1, I believe, centimeter. It was already at the size for surgery to remove, but because it hasn't been causing too many major problems, we've just left it, because anytime you go into the brain, you run the risk of, you know, I think the brain surgery itself, he said, is fine. He said, but once you open that up, you run the risk of, infection in that areas where you do not want to get an infection. As you can see, I'm actually using light pressure today. I'm not manhandling the razor as usual. But it has grown a little bit, and because my headaches have gotten so much more frequent, before they were only like, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. They were real sporadic over the past few years. Now they've become almost a daily thing. Tylenol doesn't help. Nothing helps with them. The only thing that actually helps is I've started using Delta 8 CBD, and that has helped with the headaches. What do y'all think? Should I leave the mustache and go with the 1980s porn star look, or shave it? Shave it? Okay. Or should we leave it like that and go with the 1940s German look? Not a good plan. Bad joke. That was distasteful. I apologize. I was actually raised Jewish, so a lot of that stuff, I'm kind of, I don't find it to be, I don't know. I just joke about more serious stuff that most people joke about, stuff that isn't a joke about. That's my twisted sense of humor. But one pass with the 0.9 Zeplin, and as usual, impressed. People think that I was crazy for getting rid of the Wolfman when I got this. But I'm sorry, this Zeplin titanium to me provides a better shave than the Wolfman did. And frankly, the business practices you could call it supply and demand or whatever, but that's not what it is. There's some brush artisans and all that want to charge, they say I have a hand-tied knot and blah, 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 so I'm going to charge 3 times the amount or 4 times the amount for a badger hair brush that it should be. And you have artisans, this razor is made CNC machine just like the Wolfman. This is titanium imported from another country and costs less than the stainless steel Wolfman does, because whoever it is that makes the Wolfman razors has decided that he doesn't like seeing his razors selling for, like say he sells it for $300. He doesn't like them selling for $500 on the BST, so he decided he's going to raise his prices so he gets all the money, which to me is just greed, and I don't support that. Y'all could say it's supply and demand and whatever else, but to me that's just greed. And I don't support people that price gouge because something hasn't been made either. Just because a razor or a brush is no longer produced doesn't mean that the value of it has increased monetarily. The only way that coincides with one another, that's when the law of supply and demand comes in. It's if you have, we'll just use this razor again. For example, say it's no longer made, but everybody wants one. Everybody's looking for one. Everybody wants one. Then on the secondary market, you could sell it for more. I still don't agree with that. If I spend $200 on a razor, whether it's unobtainium or whatever, I'm going to sell it for what I paid for it, because I'm not in this to rip people off or make money, or I'm in this because I love the hobby. I want to share my joy of the hobby, and yeah, so there you go. Because like now Wolfman's making brass Wolfmans, bronze ones, and I believe they cost as much as the titanium or more, or maybe it's the steel ones or something. I don't know. And that's just asinine. That's craziness. But that's just my opinion. They get away with it because, once again, in my opinion, there's people out there that are dumb enough to put up with that type of behavior and just fork over their hard-earned money instead of taking a stance and saying, no, you're ripping us off. Yeah, there we go. And so, back to the original subject of my brain, because that's how my brain works. It just goes everywhere. And so they're trying to avoid doing surgery, even though he said that's probably the best option at this point. And so they would have to make an incision. He said he's not sure if it would come from this way up and around, or if it's going to come from back over here and up and around, if it's going to come up towards my eye or what, because my tumor is somewhere in this region. He said that he doesn't believe that they'll be able to cut from up here and remove down. That would require removing too much skull plate, so they'll either have to come from here and remove, or over here. So anyway, so they're trying to find out if there's so now it's singing like a straight razor. But they're trying to find out if there's any type of anything with medicine they could do to help with the headaches. He said the problem is with that, with medicines like that, is they tend to either make you super high or they knock you out. And he said, and this isn't something that you would take when you get a headache. This is something you would have to take daily to keep from getting the headaches, or to keep them at bay before they even start. And so now it's trying to find out what options are actually available. And I'm still using, as you see, this solid bar. So I'm still using the 0.9 for this entire shave. I know Wayne was curious about that, because I usually use the 0.9 and then I go to the 7 for my final pickup. I may use the 7 on my neck depending how the 9 feels. Look how horrible my hard water is. Look at soap scum already. It's just disgusting here. So, that's the update there. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, if they are able to remove it, hopefully that'll help with my train of thought, how I just lose my train of thought and everything else. But that damage may already be done, he said. But that is it. 3 passes, absolutely beautiful. Smooth as a baby's buttocks, and I did use the 9 against the grain with a new blade. It was... Alright, well, let me get this cleaned up and I'll be right back with you. I'm going to leave the camera where it is because I'm not doing all that movie stuff. I'm in a hurry, gotta go, don't you know? Be right back. Crack it jack. Alright, so let's go over what we used today. Today we used the Segas. The Segas Titanium Zeplin version 2. whatever it's called, 2. All right, 2. Absolute beautiful razor. Great chamber. We use the titanium TwinPines WoodTurning Ocean Blue Bowl, which I had Craig put my octopi in there, my encephalopod of choice. And then after my shave, you know, I always use the warm water, cold water, rinse off, then the witch hazel. Then I follow up with my hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. Then we used A&E Saint Farts. No, just joking, Saint Barts. Absolute beautiful scent. And we are going to finish it off with some Splishity Splash. That's right. Actually, I'm going to wait on the Splishity Splash. I'm going to do that off camera because I still got to brush my tooth. And I don't want to get any Splishity Splash off. So, we'll call this a rippity wrap. And I'll see y'all next time. I will not be making a video over this weekend because I am not going to be around. So, we'll start back Monday, okay? Monday, so it'll air Tuesday, so y'all just bear with me. Thank you once again. Sorry for the absence, but I'm back and plan to stay back. So, till then, be kind to one another, love one another, and remember to take care, be safe, and most importantly, God bless.